when they come for you. Everybody now getting on the day. Police now getting no break. That's the old soldier man now getting no break. That's even your eye now getting no break. Hey, hey, bad boy, bad boy.
What's the most common drug? Well, I guess if you talk about legal drugs, alcohol and tobacco would be the more common ones. If you're talking about illegal drugs, we hear a lot about cocaine, but I understand marijuana is used a lot more than cocaine is. Yeah, these drugs have to be grown in tropical climates, most of them, although marijuana can be grown around here. Yeah, marijuana is grown in it's been found in Lancaster County. I visited a farm in South Dakota a couple years ago where a farmer, it was growing like weeds on his farm and he had to keep trying to get rid of it. But like cocaine and some of those heroin, those drugs are made from products that grow in the tropics. Well, I think you know, it probably varies from individual to individual, but I think a lot of them are aware that this is a drug that is sort of questionable in its use. Whether I don't know how much they use it. Do they use it themselves or they just sell it? I do know that studies have shown that we export tobacco to these countries. Like Ecuador, American companies export tobacco. I've been told, and I don't know how you could prove this, that more people die in Ecuador or in Colombia from our tobacco than Americans die from their cocaine. But see, tobacco is legal in our country. In fact, our government urges our companies to go and sell it overseas. So you know, one has to be a little careful about being too judgmental of those people when our government in fact subsidizes tobacco growing in this country. So it's an interesting sort of thing. Yeah, well that's an interesting question. One of the things that happens to these people is that often an addict really it means they depend on this. They cannot live without it. At least their body tells them they can't. When one becomes an addict, it tends to disrupt the rest of your life. I mean, for a while you might be able to keep your job, be in your office and do whatever you need to do, but one of the tricks of these things is that you have to keep increasing the dosage. It isn't like you drink a cup of coffee every day for all your life, and the coffee is a stimulant and makes you feel good and keeps you awake in the afternoon and that sort of thing. But I understand with cocaine, people have to take greater and greater dosages in order to get the same effect. And so it becomes more and more disruptive in their lives. I'm not aware that people take it low grade. Just, maybe they do. Maybe they just take a little, some people take it like I take a cup of coffee every day. Maybe they take just a little bit every day.
Using drugs, or actually the policy talks about use or possession of drugs, so it would apply for both, and it would be of immediate suspension for the student, most likely at a minimum 5 to 10 day suspension, depending on the circumstances. It could easily involve immediately an expulsion kind of hearing from school. Drugs are considered to be a very serious kind of offense, but we also care about students, and we want to treat each situation based on that situation. And so I can't just give you a blank answer. It's exactly this. I can also say that a second use would almost be certainly cause for an expulsionary hearing from school.
What do you think about drugs? Well, they're used for good and bad purposes.
Like what?
Well, good purposes, there's a lot of uses to control pain, and for, like marijuana helps with, things to the eyes. What's it called? Can't think. What's it called when the eyes are covered?
You can't play football either.
What? Nah. I can't think. There are some accepted medical uses for like marijuana, glaucoma patients, but it's become a big political thing, and I don't think marijuana is good for in most cases, but in some cases I think it should be legalized for people like that it lessens the symptoms of the disease or something. It's a drug just like everything else is a drug.
People think that I can't talk because I'm stuffed animal, but actually I can't. Don't do drugs, it's stupid.
I don't know, the front stairs?
Drugs are really bad. They're really bad. Because they mess people up. They screw you over.
Okay. What do I think about drugs? Nah, it's an interview. This is what I think about drugs. I think if you're a rock star, you should be allowed to use them because you have nothing else to do.
What do you think about drugs?
Drugs? What's this for?
What are they?
For health? Drugs? Holy cow. This is on the spot. Well, personally, I don't like them, and I don't think they should be used.
Why not?
Why not? Because they just wreck your body, and there's no need for that. Especially because I'm an athlete, and I know that when you use drugs, your performance drops.
All right, thanks.
Well,
You should ask about this.
Actually, not. Some steroids are good for a while, but then eventually they wreck your body. So.
Okay.
Eventually, you're.
How you know so much?
I don't know. It's just what I've been told. I've been educated.
He's a good kid.
Yo, what's up? Drugs are not good.
What about you?
In all seriousness, people, we have a huge problem in this country. I feel that we've come a long ways in America. I feel that laws have gotten tougher. I think that's good. I definitely support, like I said earlier, I support much counseling for the people. And I feel that we've come a long ways from where we were a few years ago. We have a long ways to go. And just remember another thing, that alcohol is a drug. We are the #1 country for alcohol-related problems, and we're starting to do something, but we got a ways to go. That's the way I feel. Thank you.
Mickey, what do you think about drugs?
I think they're stupid. And then you want to take some, sucks.
About drugs?
I think drugs are very bad, but see, I don't know because I never took them.
Good for you. What about you?
Don't take drugs.
What about you, Seth?
What? What's the question?
What do you think about drugs?
Huh?
What do you think about drugs? Yeah.
Just say no.
Good one.
That stupid lens again? That crazy lens?
What about you, Sal?
I like them.
Why? How come?
They keep you strong.
What about you?
They're good for the sick people.
Like whom?
Like who? People who are sick. I don't know.
What about you, John?
I have no comment.
Why not?
Because I have no experience with drugs, so I don't know what to think.
What do you think about it?
I think they're evil. I think they're from Satan.
Good one. What about you?
I think they make your mind mush, and I know it's from knowing people who have taken them for a long time.
No comment.
What about you?
I hate them. Don't use them. I know people who have. They got messed up. They're stupid. Don't even go near them.
What happened to them?
They get messed up. They just no life, no job, no anything. Waste money, waste time, waste your life. That's all.
Thanks.
Yo, now I'm thinking about my supper. There's no time for drugs. I love you.
Oh my goodness.
Yob, my cameraman, what does he think about drugs? I don't know yet. Here I go, and I'm gonna ask him. Yob, what do you think about drugs?
Just don't do it.
Drugs suck. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. Read my lips. Do not do it.